Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. UPI reports that President Donald Trump announced plans to increase tariffs on cars imported from the European Union to 25%, effective next week. Trump stated on Truth Social that this decision stems from the EU's alleged non-compliance with the previously agreed-upon trade deal. This new tariff follows earlier adjustments where Trump initially imposed a 10% across-the-board tariff, later raising it to 15% after the U.S. Supreme Court invalidated tariffs issued under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The European Union had previously delayed ratifying the trade deal, considering Trump's subsequent universal tariffs a breach. Automakers like Mercedes, BMW, and Volkswagen are expected to be most affected. Trump's ultimate goal is to compel these companies to shift their vehicle manufacturing to U.S. plants, ensuring that vehicles produced domestically would face no tariffs. A White House official reiterated that the EU had failed to make substantial progress on its commitment. Janet reports that a CNN investigation has revealed significant damage to U.S. military installations across the Middle East. According to the report, Iran and its allies have damaged at least 16 U.S. military sites in 8 Middle Eastern countries since the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran commenced on February 28. These damaged facilities represent the majority of American military presence in the region, with some positions rendered virtually unusable. The investigation, drawing on satellite images and interviews, indicates that Tehran primarily targeted expensive and hard-to-replace assets, including advanced radar systems, communication systems, and aircraft. A congressional aide noted the strategic effectiveness of these targets, highlighting U.S. radar systems as particularly costly and limited resources. Furthermore, acting Pentagon Comptroller Jules Hurst III informed lawmakers that the ongoing conflict has so far incurred a cost of $25 billion to American taxpayers. Liberty Times report, the Pentagon announced today that the United States will withdraw 5,000 troops from Germany. This decision is widely interpreted as a direct condemnation by the U.S. against Germany, a key NATO ally, and highlights the escalating friction between the Trump administration and European nations. The announcement follows a heated verbal exchange earlier this week between President Trump and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, during which Trump explicitly threatened to reduce the U.S. military presence in Germany. Chancellor Merz had criticized the U.S. on April 27, stating that he saw no immediate exit strategy for the ongoing Iran conflict and that the U.S. was being played by Iran, causing harm to Germany. Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell confirmed that the withdrawal operation is anticipated to be completed within a time frame of 6 to 12 months. This development underscores the deepening divide in transatlantic relations. According to Thai Sounds, the United States imposed new sanctions on 3 Iranian foreign exchange companies on May 1st, aiming to disrupt Tehran's financial lifeline for its involvement in Middle East conflicts. As part of these new measures targeting Iran, the U.S. also sanctioned Qingdao Haiyu Terminal Co., a Chinese oil terminal. The U.S. State Department stated that this company imported tens of millions of barrels of Iranian crude oil, helping Iran generate billions in revenue. This action comes amid a diplomatic stalemate following President Trump's temporary halt to U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran. Additionally, the U.S. warned ships that paying Iran's demanded transit fees for passage through the Strait of Hormuz could lead to sanctions. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent emphasized that his department will relentlessly combat Iran's ability to generate and transfer funds and will pursue anyone assisting Tehran in evading sanctions. NPR reports that a federal appeals court, specifically the New Orleans-based 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, has significantly restricted abortion access across the United States. The court's panel ruled to block the mailing of Mifepristone, one of the most common means of abortion. mandating that the abortion pill only be distributed in person at clinics. This decision directly challenges the increased use of mailed prescriptions for Mifepristone, a practice that became prevalent after the Supreme Court's 2022 ruling overturned Roe v. Wade and allowed states to enforce abortion bans. The court cited Louisiana's abortion ban and its policy regarding unborn children in its ruling. FDA officials under President Donald Trump were noted to be conducting a new safety review of Mifepristone, with no clear timeline for completion. This ruling sets up a likely appeal to the Supreme Court, which previously, in 2024, preserved access to Mifepristone but avoided the court issues by ruling on legal standing. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.